time, weather, and...
Hello and welcome to Driving with Todd. And I'm Todd. We're going to do a request. Now this request came in from my reaction and comparison of the Doors to Siouxsie and the Banshees. Great comparison for the song Your Lost Little Girl. The YouTuber making the request goes by the name of Kyle Herringer. And Kyle writes this: Todd, how are you? I'm doing great, thank you. Would you do a review of Heaven and Alchemy from Siouxsie's solo album? Well, I didn't realize Siouxsie had a solo album out because I stopped following her career after Siouxsie and the Banshees sort of broke up, and then she created the Creatures. I wasn't a big fan of the Creatures, but I love Siouxsie and the Banshees. I mean, I had everything that I could find. All the 7-inch singles, all the 12-inch singles, all the LPs. Couldn't get enough of Siouxsie and the Banshees. So in 2007, she did put out a solo album. It's her only solo album, at least that I know about, called Mantaray. And the song Heaven and Alchemy appears as the last track on that album. Now, I tried to find some information on this song, but there was really nothing out there that I could find. I found the lyrics, but I didn't find any information about what she was writing about in this particular song. And it's written by members of her band for this particular album. It's Siouxsie, Jones, and Evans. And Charlie Jones plays bass guitar, and Steve Evans plays guitar and ukulele. So I'm sure this is a very interesting album, because what I read about it is that it has a varied amount of genres on it. So she's like stretching herself to do different styles of music, where when she was with Siouxsie and the Banshees, she was pretty much punk or post-punk type of music. So let's hear what Heaven and Alchemy sounds like by Siouxsie Sioux.
I'm in love with the idea of you in rush reality. Hard to face this deception, this human frailty. You're in love with the idea of me in rush reality. Things aren't quite what they seem to be. Cursed human vanity.
Okay, I'm going to just stop it right here, and I'm going to take it back a little bit when I start up the video again. This is so different from what I remember from any of the Siouxsie and the Banshees albums, and I haven't listened to a Siouxsie album in quite a while. But I like the piano. I mean, this is not a ballad. It's kind of almost like a slow, soulful gospel song almost, and she's using her voice differently. Usually she's kind of almost like talking through the songs with Siouxsie and the Banshees. Here she's actually singing, and she's got kind of a unique voice. I mean, very unique voice. So much different than probably any other female vocalist out there. But it sounds so cool. It sounds so real. It sounds like she's really feeling the lyrics of what she's singing. I really like what I'm hearing so far. Very different from, I think, anything that she had done with the Banshees. Let's keep on going, but I'm going to take it back a little bit so we can catch this refrain.
Heaven, heaven and alchemy. Heaven, heaven and alchemy. I will catch a falling star if you ask me to, but I can't seem to find one to hold on to.
I like the music progression in here as well. And I'm a big fan of music where they progress through the song by adding instruments and then getting it to a point where it's sort of heavy sounding. It starts out real soft and then gets kind of heavy. And that's where I think this song might be going. I'm not sure, but that's kind of what I'm hearing. It starts out with that piano, very stark sounding piano and Siouxsie singing. And then you get some cymbals in there. And then all of a sudden the drum comes in, and then the bass guitar. And the bass guitar is again pretty heavy. It's a pretty driving bass guitar, but it's just kind of like boom, 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 boom. And then, she continues to sing, and then you've got these backup vocalists, almost like a choir, giving it that gospel sound. This is really cool. I like the layering that they're doing on this song. So let's keep on going.
Ask me to, but I can't seem to find one to hold on to.
Right there, the bass guitar now.
I'm in love with intimacy, in rush reality. Driven by the chemistry, searching for affinity. Heaven and alchemy. Heaven, heaven and alchemy. I will catch a falling star if you ask me to, but I can't seem to find one to hold on to. Heaven, heaven and alchemy. Heaven, heaven and alchemy. Heaven, heaven and alchemy. Heaven, heaven and alchemy.
That was pretty different. I can't remember anything on a Banshees album that sounded that melodic. I mean, this is very melodic, very heartfelt. When she was doing songs with the Banshees, the early stuff was kind of harsh, especially the second album. I mean, it was just a very harsh album. And then as she went on into the late 80s and early 90s with the Banshees, they started to do some other types of sounds and music, but it was more, I think, pop punk, you could say. Like, it had a pop sound to it. what I hear out with Heaven and Alchemy is something that's very heartfelt. You know, that piano just makes you feel like there's something, there's a lot of thought put into this song. It's so stark sounding, but it draws you in. And then her voice, like I said, she was actually singing more than she was like, and I don't know how to explain it, but on the Banshees albums, she kind of like talks through the songs. So she was using more of a singing voice, though as we got into the song, near the middle of the song, middle to maybe 2/3 into the song, she was starting to sing because she was, or kind of singing the vocals like she would have in the Banshees, but then she got back into the melodic sound of the song as she finished it off. Really kind of cool. You know, like I said, the music is pretty stark, but it's layered, and I really like that when they layer the music. You know, piano, and then it came in with cymbals, then it came in with drums, and then it came in with bass guitar. And I don't remember hearing an electric guitar in there, but I'm sure there's electric guitar in there as well. But it's very stark, and everything was fitting around Siouxsie's vocals, the lyrics, and then the choir or the backup singers that sounded like almost a choir on top of all of that. Really cool song. I mean, this is a really cool song. This whole album, I'd like to hear it, and you know, because this song was so different, I can imagine what else she's done on this album. Because as I read about the album, she used a lot of different genres. There's some pop on here, and there's some glitter. They said there's some glamour or glitter rock on here, and this one is definitely very melodic, very heartfelt. And, you know, that's a nice way to end your album, too. This is the last track on the album. So it's a nice way to end the album. It kind of leaves you thinking about, okay, what did I just hear? I got to play this over again. I got to listen to this all over again. Very cool. Very great recommendation. This was really a nice song. I liked it. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that like button. That'd be appreciated. If you have any comments about Siouxsie Sioux and the song Heaven and Alchemy, please put it in the comments below. That'd be really appreciated. Also, I got to take a link to this video, which I thought was kind of cool. The photographs they were using mostly were from the earlier period of Siouxsie with Siouxsie and the Banshees. I don't know if there's any later period photos used, but it's still a nice video. You know, you get to see Siouxsie go through it and then listen to the song. So I can put a link to this video in my description below. So if you want to hear the song again, pick on that link. It'll open up, and you'll be able to watch it and listen to it without me stopping it. I'm also going to put a link to the channel that uploaded this video. You might want to check out that channel, see if they have anything else that's really cool out there that you want to watch. Hey, have you subscribed to Driving with Todd? If you haven't, as you can see here, we're playing all kinds of genres, all different artists. All you got to do is move your cursor to below this video you're watching and hit the subscribe button. That's all you got to do. If you go over here, ring the bell, you'll get updates to my latest videos. Thank you for requesting this. Like I said, I didn't realize Siouxsie Sioux had a solo album out. It appears to be her only one from 2007. It's too bad that she didn't continue doing solo albums, because if anything else on that album sounds like this track, it's probably a fantastic album. So this put a huge smile on my face. I'm hoping to put a huge smile on your face. And peace out, baby.